Hey there, today we're going to be taking a relook at another game which I was high on when we played the demo in 2025 called Hollywood Animal. I was really high on it. In fact, I thought that this had the most promise, one of the most promises as far as this style of game. So the gist of this game is you take over a failing Hollywood studio in the 1920s, and ultimately your job is to turn it around by building all the things necessary to make a successful studio. It's really a deep game, y'all, and one that I really didn't realize how deep it was until I was like into my third hour of streaming. And I'm not really sure how much you guys will get this in this relatively short video. Will do it justice, but we're going to try. The game is in early access and is $20 for anyone who wants to purchase it outright. And this is actually in two parts. There's an Act 1 and an Act 2, and Act 2 isn't ready. It won't be ready for a few more months. Let's just jump into the game and see about it. So this is the first thing. It's going to give you the option to go with the introduction or no introduction. I would, if I was just going to be streaming this, I would probably go with no introduction because I wouldn't have to be like, I guess, held by my hand. But the introduction's actually pretty good because it allows you to get the feel of the game, and that's what we're going to do today. All right, so the first thing we can do is we can name our stuff, which we are going to do right here. I think, what do I do? Name and Lego. Do I put it here? No, I go up down here. We're just going to call this Drunkonlife Studio. Why not? Studio. I got my Hollywood studio. All right, so we can name people in this. We can actually change the names. This is actually a fun thing to do when I'm streaming, but we're just going to leave it as we have Fred Lawson, age 33. We have a public relations executive, Ann Rose, financial executive, Johnny Payne. I already see something wrong with this. This is 1920s. Were girls executives? I doubt it, but whatever. First film, so we can actually choose between three different types. We can do Blind Love, which is going to be 70% romance, 30% comedy. It's a modern American town, is the backdrop, and Limpin' Luke, which is 50% action, 50% adventure, or in the Wild West, and then Messenger of Death. Detective, 60%, thriller, 40% in modern American city. Ooh, I kind of like Messenger of Death with that guy. Look at that. It looks like somebody's going to come and stab him in his back while he's pointing a gun at someone or something. Good deal. So this is kind of a text-heavy game, just so you know. It's gonna give you a lot of different ideas, and it's not the only thing about this game. Just bear with this for a second, because there's several different parts that are really kind of cool. So this is gonna show you all the different stuff as far as like what the events are gonna happen on one gloomy morning. Seven Quentin bounty prisoners stunned the guards, snuck into a warehouse, and escaped the prison hidden in a truck. Most of the refugees were, where's my mind at? Most of the fugitives were serving for theft and assault, but one of them was a true menace, and we can kind of continue. And it's going to show, and if the text or other details on the screen, it's going to show all the different things, right? Like when I go continue, it's going to show you the prison break. That's a theme and an event. We have our antagonist, which is a serial killer. He's the bad guy, apparently. And it's going to show the storyline behind it and who it's played by. It's played by Edward Patterson. He's a fairly famous guy, I guess. Not really. Famous guy in Hollywood Animal, at least. We're just going to continue. I'm not going to read all that stuff and bore you guys. I mean, I could read it. I guess that would be content, but, whatever. And then here's the protagonist. It's Joe Duvall. Harry Burroughs is the guy, and he's the guy that's on the make looking for that serial killer. So we got a protagonist, we have an antagonist, supporting characters, we have a sidekick, and we're going to be able to actually create movies based on this. It's Betsy Patterson, blah, 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 blah. Got it. We're just going to continue that. That's our supporting character. We could actually do more than one, I believe. And then it's going to bring it all together. Give you the scene, and we'll just kind of keep on. So it goes from a prison break to a search for a killer, and all this stuff is just kind of takes you into the movie. It's supposed to get you whet your appetite for actually producing and doing all this stuff with the movie. Continue with that. And then the finale. Antagonist gets punished. the serial killer that is. He gets caught. All the animals are the same. First they say it's only flowers, and then they break your heart. They deserve to be punished. And he ends up getting punished, going to the electric chair, and that's the end of the movie, I believe. That's the finale. So we got it. Messenger of Death. That's going to be our first film. The ratings right now, that shows the commercial appeal. The higher it is, the more easily a film will succeed with the general audience. And then this right here is the artistic appeal. The higher it is, the more recognition you can expect from a sophisticated audience. So you can think of this as like, this is like just Joe Blow in the movie theater watching Star Wars, and this is somebody watching The English Patient or whatever hoity-toity, arty-farty flick it is. And these are the ones that win awards at the Oscars for whatever reason. These are the ones that entertain us. God, man, I sound like a Neanderthal when I say that. A film's commercial and artistic appeal may change after each stage of development. The film Messenger of Death received these ratings after work on the script was completed. That's just the script work right now. That's the screenplay. Screenwriter Maurice Fox loves to write detective stories, thanks to his experience and talent. The investigation turned out to be suspenseful and intriguing. The story's elements came together to form a coherent whole. So we're just going to continue. We're going to go into pre-production now. Pre-production, it's going to actually raise or lower depending on how good the pre-production is. In this case, it raised it. After pre-production, the film's rating was even higher, casting famous actors in the surest way to boost commercial and artistic appeal. But other factors also influenced the ratings, including quality scenery and modern equipment. So Joe Duvall actually died during this. Kind of a tragic story. And then they actually get into the filming. The filming is going to take 82 days. We thought we were going to do 60 days of filming. We ended up taking 82. So, however, the film's artistic appeal grew. So the artistic appeal went through the roof. Everybody's like, oh, I like Joe Duvall. He's the coolest. Or whatever. Blah, blah, blah. So there we are. The movie card is already. We're going to continue. We're going to jump into this movie eventually. $431,000. This is how much money the studio has spent on the picture. This isn't the final budget, as work on the film is not yet complete. So we've got the screenplay, we did the pre-production, we did the actual movie. This is how the creators of Messenger of Death imagined their potential audience. When you start shooting your own pictures, you'll identify your own audiences. So we're going to get to choose who we think the audience is going to be for. Messenger of Death is a subtle psychological thriller with dark atmosphere and engaging dialogue. The film's audiences are adult men and women, people who enjoy a serious tone and an intricate plot. Got it. All right, now we're going into the game. So this is our movie studio right here. We have several things. Time to send the footage to post-production to complete the film. So we're going to click on the movie card, and it's going to take us into this little rendition. This is going to happen every time, by the way. Assign employees to handle editing and scoring. At present, the studio's personnel are not the most qualified, but over time their skills will grow. So this is the first part of managing stuff. So we can choose between Emma Barry and Oliver Grant. As you can see, they each have their own stuff. If we wanted to choose her, I just accidentally choose. Yeah, let's go back. If we want to choose her, we can press it. It's going to give her happiness rating as well as her loyalty rating, which is going to be kind of important because we're going to be competing against other Hollywood studios. We also have Oliver Grant here. He has actually a problem with his alcoholism. He likes to booze it up every once in a while. His dependence on alcohol makes him unpredictable and even aggressive. So we could actually choose him if we wanted to. He's pretty unhappy, though, although he has a much stronger loyalty. We're going to go with Emma Barry in this just so we can do it. And then the composer is going to be between Lewis Murphy, who has a 3.3, and Lee Woods, who's a 2.8. As you can see, his unhappiness is way down, and he also isn't feeling very loyal to us. What is this right here? He's a racist. So this is one of the things in these games. I don't even know if in the 1920s you could be a racist. I think, wasn't everybody racist back then? I mean, no one even knew what racism was, I don't think. Was it a thing? I don't know. Lee Woods, we'll kick the racist to the curb for now. We also need to decide who will develop the film and record the music and sound effects. Outside contractors are always ready to help with this. Okay, so we're going to go into film development. And we can choose between two guys. This is going to be the medium quality or low quality. Duration is going to be 36 days. It's going to cost us $9,000, or this would be $15,000 for 28 days. And we're just going to stick with the medium because we want at least the best quality we can for this movie. Also for music recordings, we have Hollywood Concert Hall and C&B Orchestra. Once again, quality's low here, 22 days, 5,000, or we could, this almost doubles in price, but we're going to go ahead and do that. Sound recording, once again, we're going to just choose medium each way. And we're going to start the post-production. All right, so you planned out post-production, but until you assign a department head, you won't be able to get things moving. So we got to just assign a department head as well, and that's going to be probably right here. We got to hire new employees first to appoint an executive to head of the HR department. So we're going to add one of these guys. Let's see. We have 3. We have seniority of 3 years, 3 years, and 2 years. Lucille Barber is a contract term of $3,000 versus, man, she's asking for more money. How's that real? 62% in 1920, nonetheless, man. That's, you're talking about a equal rights opportunity for sure. Matty Hardy, he's 90. He has a strong loyalty, and he also is relatively happy. $2,000. We'll do that. We can confirm that he's hired. Is everybody else done? I think so. We got to hire a post-production head, a distribution head, and a maintenance head as well. Where do we find that? Oh, right over here. So we're going to click out of this, and we're going to come over here. We need to hire a head for the maintenance. I don't think he's going to really be much. We'll do Sam McGuire. He's 32. No, we'll go 4 years for $807. He is not very happy, but, you know, will that affect it? Jesus, I don't know. We'll make the happiest. He's loyal and happy. Shit. Okay, we got him down. He's done. Then we can come over here for our distribution department. And like I said, as you can see, this is pretty friggin' deep. All of this stuff is going to matter. All right, we distribution department, and finally our post-production department. We're going to go ahead and just do this guy right here. I don't even know anything about him, but we're going to do him anyway. So we got all those things done. Post-production has begun. Here you can see how far along the project is and how quickly it's progressing. So right down here is going to show how long it's going to be. There's no movies in the theaters currently. I think we can do other things too, I believe. But yeah, we need to build a script department. So that's going to be the next step. It's time to start building start working on a new movie. First, build a department for developing scripts. So here we go. We got post-production, we have distribution, and the scripts. And we can actually upgrade these as we go. 160,000 to 535,000. A lot of that depends on who we choose for our construction. And this right here is a big map, but we can kind of eke our way in. We're just going to go ahead and just stick it right there. And this is where it was talking about. This is going to give us 100% condition. It's going to get us 75, and this is going to give us 50. We're going to go ahead and just go all out for this. Give the script writers, make them proud. It's going to take 72 days for them to do it, but that's all right. We have 35 days on our messenger of death. You can speed up or slow down the passage of time. Got it? Let's go ahead and speed it up a little bit. We're going to be adding all sorts of stuff here in a second. This is going to be, in no time, we're going to have messenger of death ready and to rock and roll and to distribute and do all that stuff. So back then, they used to have, I don't even know, they probably still do. Maybe I should slow this down just a hair. Back in the day, they used to, these big acting studios, what they would do is they would hire people on contract, and then just, you'd be contracted to do like 5 or 6 movies at a time. You know what I mean? Every year, you'd be contracted. And there was a lot of like shenanigans that went on with that kind of stuff. You were basically hitched to a job. It was a jobby job. It wasn't like what you would imagine like actors in the movies and stuff nowadays do. I think that Netflix kind of does that. All right, one of the things that they actually have added into this game that's kind of unique is they have like scenarios that you have to do, and you actually pay a price if you choose the wrong thing. Actually, there's not really a wrong thing to choose, but you could pay a price one way or another. It's like one of those things of actions have consequences. What I tell my daughter all the time. I got a divorced couple. I got divorced a couple of years ago, and I figured I was out of chances until I met Gilda. We spent all our time together. We can't get enough of each other. It's always like that at the beginning, but we've been together a year now. We're like a drug to each other. I feel guilty even mentioning it, but when Gilda, Visits me at work. I absolutely cannot concentrate. She enraptures me. Yesterday, I nearly made a mistake in the paperwork that could have cost the studio a lot of money. But please do me a favor. Help me fight this addiction. Let's introduce some kind of access control. So Gilda can't just walk into my office. Yes, my heart will be broken like any drug addict, but I'd hate to hurt your business and ruin my career. So we have a choice. We can do either yes, we'll start controlling access. We've got to fight our addictions. The consequences of that is, of course, his loyalty will increase by 10, but his happiness will decrease by 10. Or I could say, are you crazy? Enjoy it while you can. That's probably what I would say in real life, but yeah, we're going to control his access because, we're kind of controlling like that and stuff. Up here, you're going to see a lot of things that are going on around the world, like in the studio. I say around the world. I mean like around America, because I don't think that there were a lot of studios outside of America. I think Tinseltown and Hollywood and stuff was kind of a unique thing back then. Last month, you spent $128,000 in employee salaries and $2,600 on utilities. So it's going to give you all sorts of stuff that you can see. This is going to give you, I think this is like the worldwide stuff, and this is going to be films. See, Gerstein Brothers have released Crispy Crust, and then this right here is all of our money. So it'll be all right. Let's fast forward. All right. So our post production of Messenger of Death has been finished. We can probably do something with this now, right? So it cost us an extra $36,000 to do this. We have $467,000. It's gone down in as far as stuff. The commercial and artistic ratings dropped a bit. Don't be upset. You did everything you could. Your studio still has low-level employees in technology. We did what we could, but, sometimes it's just not good enough. Like the Vultures commercial. Let's go ahead and just do this. We can continue on with this. So we got this done. We got some experience for our people. And once again, this matters because this loyalty and stuff, they can move on to other studios. I think we can poach other people from their studios as well as actors and actresses. So we have our composer, our editor, our director, and our head of post-production all gained a little bit of experience for this. It feels good. Go ahead and continue this off, and we can select a poster. I kind of like that one where it didn't look like Messenger of Death here, Messenger of Death. We'll do this right here and go into distribution. All right, so here is the release calendar. It displays all the films being shown across America for the foreseeable future. I forget that these are going to just tell me. Why am I talking? All right, the studio's previous owners already chose a release date for this film. You'll choose the release date of the next film for yourself. So we can choose this. It matters because you're going to be competing against other studios, just so you know. You don't just own a studio, but a whole network of 91 cinemas. You can run your films in your cinemas for free, but that's not going to be enough to reach a wide audience. You'll have to rent other theaters if you want solid box office receipts. So this right here is going to have our theaters. Here, we'll continue, and you'll see it. These are our theaters, and these are others. The studio's previous owners already arranged this and paid the film's rental costs. The first week, the film is scheduled to be shown on 7,185 times. Some 3,185 of these screenings will take place in your own cinemas, leaving 4,000 screenings across the other cinemas. Next time, you'll have to plan for this and pay the rental cost yourself. All right, so we got that right there. It went ahead and took care of this for us. The screenings and rentals are scheduled out 4 weeks from release. Once they expire, you can extend the rentals if you think the film can still make a profit. And they'll start printing the film tomorrow and this week and ready for distribution in 5 weeks. Distribution goes out all at once when they're finished printing. Wonderful. Printing speed and costs vary by contractor. The studio's previous owners already paid to have this film printed. Got it. So we got Messenger of Death is for this, and this is for our advertising. Typically, a film begins promotions a few weeks before the premiere, so the advertising is time to gain momentum. The studio's previous owners already arranged this advertising campaign, but in the future, you'll decide everything yourself as well. A film is being promoted by an advertising agency. It's time to tell them the audience they should target. So we're going to target for adults only, I think. So we're going to target this for adults. It seems like an adult type movie with a serial killer and stuff, especially in the 1920s. So It's definitely not for boys. I guess it could be for boys and men too, right? Definitely not for the whole family. We'll just confirm that for adults. So now it's coming soon. Audience will soon be watching your first film. Good luck. There we go. In the meantime, we can come back to this screen. This screen is going to give us some stuff that we can do. And once again, another thing. Actions have consequences type thing. You ask me, Messenger of Death is a surefire hit, a farewell film by a young star. The story has a soul, but it'll all go to waste unless it's released at the right moment. The studio's former owners were mindful of these things. They scheduled production carefully and chose a good window for releasing the film, right when the public would be hungry, and there was practically no competition. But when the old studio closed its doors, those parasites from Marginus Pictures decided Messenger of Death would never see the light of day. I don't know who was pulling their strings, but they convinced all the theater owners to give them our slots. The film, The Margins? Am I saying that right? Are releasing instead, doesn't even have a title yet. But you know what kind of slop they serve the audience? Probably something like Yesterday's Fart or Wet Armpits. The truth is on our side. We have all the documents, but a court battle would be long and pointless. We'll miss the moment, and no compensation will cover that. Instead, I suggest we use all our connections, all our influence, and remind the theater owners that our agreements are to be honored. So we can agree. Let's let them know that a deal is a deal and get our slots back. That's going to take some of this points, which they're going to talk about. Or no, we'll better keep our heads down. We're new to this business. We'll start rolling 3 weeks later. So we're going to go ahead and do this. We can use these points. These are called influence points to advance our interest and solve problems in various and unconventional ways. So, yes, I just read that. All right, so we're just waiting for our script writing writers to be done so we can hire some script writers and get on for the next one. And here's yet another one. Construction of the script department is going according to plan so far, but there's a small snag. According to the architect's vision, a large red leaf maple should be the central decorative element. The contractors found a suitable tree in a reserve on the border between Ontario and Minnesota and already agreed on a price and transportation, but the inspector who issues the permit is playing coy. He says he can't say how long the paperwork will take, maybe a week, maybe a month or two. You know, as well as I do, sometimes you need to grease the gears. $200 cash and the tree will be on the road to California tonight. I don't want all our plans disrupted because some petty bureaucrat. What do you think? Yeah, let's go ahead and hope he chokes on the table scraps, for sure. When an issue needs to be resolved quickly and discreetly, the funds in the studio's bank account can be useless. When the situation gets tricky, cash is king. So this is our funds right here, our official accounts, and this is our cash that we can do things with. Kind of reminds me of like The Godfather, right? I don't know if you guys have ever seen that, where the senator is trying to play games with Corleone. Cool, so we have our script department already done. Let's go ahead and continue into this. And we can hire ahead for this. We have Harvey Finkelstein, or Stein, Ali Rice, or Dewey Harder. Dewey Harder. Oh, Lord. Oh, look at unhappy. He is unhappy as it gets, man. We're going to hire Harvey Finkelstein instead. $1,500 a month. That sounds like a good deal. And we can choose favorite genres. This is what your writing team will specialize in. We're going to go with thrillers, and I think we can do one of three, right? We'll do dramas and action. That's like a dude. We're a dude studio. We do dude things. And here's our script writers. And once again, you can actually name these guys. See, I can change his name if I wanted to. 37, 27. We're going to go with Walter West because we want a little young blood in there. The old folks just aren't quite ready. You know what I'm saying? They're still thinking in the 1880s. We need somebody to think in the 1920s. So we got him. To begin to work on a new script, select the script building department. Okay, let's do it. There we go. Script department. The script worked up several ideas for the first script. That's how you do it. You hit the ideas section right here, and it's going to give you some ideas on what you can do. This is the action. We can write an action flick with a modern American city with a cop, or we can do an adventure, modern American city, and a hopeless romantic. We're going to write the cop. We want the cop story for sure. And then we can choose our screenwriters. We have Felix Hill right here. Now, they each have their own problems. He's a gambler, which means that he might have like some issues that we'll have to take care of using that illicit cash. We also have Walter, Walter West, and he's lazy. His clumsiness, slowness, and lack of initiative irritate his results-oriented colleagues. And finally, we have Bernard Larson, despises people with the wrong skin tone, no shape or eye shape. See, he's a racist. We'll keep the racist out. We'll just go with Felix Hill for right now and get him to writing. He's going to start writing. We could actually write this as well. We can choose somebody else. Maybe we'll choose a racist for this. Might as well. Give him something to do. I don't want to choose a lazy guy. Lazy guy just doesn't seem like it would be much of anything. So there we go. We have a couple of these. Continuing to develop your film studio is key to your success. Pick an upgrade for your department. Okay, so we can go in here to our script department, and we can go to maybe a story workshop. Yeah, we'll do that. No matter who is working on your script department, no one knows better than you what a film needs to be successful. With our upgrade, you can write your own stories. Okay, so we'll go ahead and upgrade to that. Some improvements will take a while. Department heads will, in time, learn to speed up the process, so it's wise to hold on to your experienced employees. Go ahead and upgrade that. We have other ideas too, like rolling edits. We can do story ideas that last plus 6 months. Writers write 15% faster, so we could have them spitting out stuff. And this is like a really, look how long this tree is. It's pretty freaking crazy. This is 50 days though, so we got 50 days for that. We can also do other things while we're at it as well. We need to build a production department and a post-production department. Okay, so we're gonna come over here and we're gonna do a production right here. We'll go ahead and start the construction right there, and we can choose where we want to go. I'm probably going to stick it right here. We have also other things that we can do. $300,000 for 100% condition. We're going to keep it at 100%. I don't know if that makes our people happy or not, but you know, whatever. We need a pre-production as well. Go ahead and start our construction, and we will do that right. I don't know. Let's see. Do we have a spot that we can put it in? Maybe right here. Looks good. We'll go ahead and we're big money. We don't care. Big money. We have 37 days on that and 31 days on this. Cool. So we have our premiere. We can release our film. We can add a tagline. Let's add a tagline. We'll call it. We'll say. Serial killer is serious business. Messenger of death. Serial killer is serious business. That sounds terrible, but we're going to release it anyway. I'm not much on taglines. So now we got reviews. The Kino Mark rating system measures audience reviews on the day of the premiere. If you're sure you've released a quality film, but people aren't appreciating it, you may have lured the wrong audience to the theaters. So we got an A+ on this. Look at that, 5 stars. He even says edible, even tasty at times, but we're not licking our fingers. A great deal of confusion and not a drop of interest. Very average, says Rory Cox of Fun Times. And this one, Thrilling Crimes, this film will keep you guessing to the very end. And of course, anonymous author, he's being a dick, but that's all right. Always takes one. Always takes one. In the meantime, we got some experience for our all of our heads, cinematographer, our director got experience, our producer, our screenwriter, our actors and actresses. This is wonderful. Was that it? What happened to the other guy? Oh, the other guy's dead. I forgot. All right. So we spent roughly almost $500,000 on this. We 26,000 printing film copies. We have theater rentals and all that stuff. Yeah, I think that they already took care of that, so we don't have to really worry about it. Now, I think we can also go into here. And as you can see, if we press this right here, we can see post-production. We can get a concert hall, a film lab. Let's go ahead and do something like this. Let's see. On-call focus group. This upgrade will in later versions of the game. Remember I said that this was Act 1? Well, there's an Act 2 that's going to come up later on. And it's actually going to be part of the game. It's not like a DLC or anything like that. It's going to take 400 days. So, 1 year. We'll go ahead and get the post-production going right here. What about the distribution? Let's see what we can do here. Marketing and outreach. We can do analytics and statistics. Theater management sounds like it might be pretty good. We'll do marketing and outreach. That's going to take 300 days as well. Perfect. All right. Now here's the first thing with our producers. I borrowed a little money from some people. They seem like good guys. They had honest eyes. I'm a great judge of people, but now some annoying jerk is following me around everywhere demanding I pay off the debt. I'll return the whole amount today, but I need a little time to recoup. You know what they say. You might be strong, but the cards are always stronger. It's all nonsense, by the way. I'll show the cards who's the boss. So can you let me go for a couple months while I sort this mess out? So we can let him go if we want. He is a gambler. The upside. The downside is we lose him. You know what I mean? He's not that great of a producer anyway. Not very happy either. He's probably because he's losing. Yeah, we'll go ahead and let him go. See, and his happiness increased. Probably his loyalty too. Who knows? So this is showing the 4-week gross and what kind of money we're making. It looks pretty nice right now. I'm going fast forward, by the way, just in case you're wondering. That's the distribution department. We're making some money. That's really, we got $1.5 million, so we've doubled our money. Good thing. Yeah, look at this. First 4 weeks were successful. The film is still making a lot more money at the box office than we're paying in rental fees. We'll make a lot more if we extend our original distribution plan. Click extend distribution to keep playing the movie for another 4 weeks under the same terms. So we can actually do that. We can extend the movie. You see, week 1, it's kind of steadily going down, but it's only 73,000. So I mean, it's going to have to go down pretty hardcore for us to do it. And this is kind of holding our hands right now. Cool. We finished our pre-production. We can go ahead and continue that. We can hire our pre-production head. We got Peter Bates, John Ramirez, and Enrique Sanchez. What is this? Cannot use influence points to speed up upgrades, and he can use money to speed up upgrades up to a maximum of 10%. This guy, he doesn't have anything special, I think. He can use influence points, so that's pretty good on him. He has a 41 happiness and a 95 loyalty. And then this guy, we're going to go ahead and grab this guy. This guy seems like the one that they want us to grab, so we're going to grab them. All right, so these actors remained at the studio after it changed ownership. What are their names? So we can actually change their names, but we're not going to bother. We have Russell Simmons, Sarah Fred, and Jane Fisher. And these actors remained at the studio after it changed owners. What are their names? We're going to keep them as they are. These directors who stayed after it changed owners, what are their names? We could actually change all of their names so we could kind of follow their life story or whatever if we want. Let's come in here and see if there's anything in headquarters. Oh, it looks like we have pretty much everything that we need. Another actions have consequences here. The legendary Lydia Globe is back in the saddle, nearly. Yeah, honey, I know you expected me to start a new film right away, but getting used to talking is taking longer than I expected. You got to understand, a bird that's used to flying in the clouds can't just dive down to the bottom of the ocean without a little preparation first. I'm doing speech exercises with masters of the stage, stretching out my vocal cords, drinking egg cocktails, getting that velvety voice in the morning. You can already notice a difference. That's right, honey. So please, I'm begging you, really begging you, give me 3 more months to get ready for my first talking role. You'll see your patience will pay. So we can actually get rid of this. We can tell her that she needs to go ahead and go, or we can say, yeah, of course, you can have 3 more months if that's the best thing. She is a perfectionist, so she likes her work to be as close to the ideal as possible. Imagine if we brought her in a little bit too early, she wouldn't be happy. So we're going to give her 3 months. We can deal with that, whatever. This is our post-production, our script department. Upgrade completed. They got the story workshop. We can go back to the upgrades and figure out what else we want to do here. We can go sequels. We can develop a new story elements. Let's go with sequels because that first one I think is so good. We might be able to do that. That's going to take 1,500. What? You got to be kidding me. We got to build a workshop now, a story workshop. And we've completed our production. Our head, we're going to go ahead and just hire this guy just because. Bobby Steele, I like his name. Build a level 1 downstage and build a story workshop. Sounds like a plan. Let's go ahead and see how do we do that? We come over here, I guess. So we can start construction and we can put these anywhere we want within the purview of this. I think I'm going to go right here. Can I do it right here? There we go. And we'll go ahead once again and get the 100% because we're going to be a big name studio, just like in Righteous Gemstones. We got to think big to be big, you know? All right, so we got that building. We also need to build a sound stage here. Let's, can we do that? Yeah, level 1. We'll start construction over here. Where is that going to be? Oh, we can build it anywhere. So we're going to build that right here. $70,000, whatever. We're just giving money out like it's nobody's business. I hear Lydia Globe is coming back out of retirement. Or what I actually heard was that she never retired at all. She just went off to work on her voice so she can steal even more roles from us. It's too much to hope for. That greedy bitch did finally retire. There's got to be an ounce of justice in this business. I'll take this into consideration. Thank you, Jane Fisher. Cool. What else do we need to do? We got some other things we need to do here. That's building a soundstage, 1 of 6. I think we can build more than one soundstage if we want. What is advanced? We have security. We have producers' offices. We have other things as well. Engineering. Perfect. Well, we'll just keep on going through. Weeks 5 through 8 was making more money. It's $655,000. So we are in the money right now. It is looking good. And our first script is hot off the press. They're giving a 5.0 for give me a shoulder. We can continue on, and I'll show you how this works. We got a little bit of experience for both these guys. We can start the project or we can shelf it. We have a choice. The protagonist is a cop. The antagonist is a tribal chief. We have supporting characters, which is going to be a love interest, and the finale is the protagonist finds treasure. Let's go ahead and start this project. This will be our first project that we can do. All right, we're going to choose our cinematographer first. Oh, yes. So there are places where the events of the film take place. These characters spend most of their time in the locations highlighted in gold. So most of the filming will take place there. Only minor scenes will be filmed at secondary places. You need to decide which scenes should be shot on the soundstage and which would be better filmed on location. Select the location quality. On a soundstage, location quality involves the filming equipment, scenery, and design. Outdoors, the emphasis is on the beauty and authenticity of the natural scene. So we have our choice here. If you plan to film some of the film scenes on a soundstage, select which soundstage you want to use. So we can just add our stuff. You can always change your mind about this project and cancel it. The script will be shelved until a more opportune moment arrives. So, all right, so these are going to be the city streets. We can actually do the locations here. This location is going to be, we're going to do the city locations out here. So we can do this. It's going to take 27 days for us to do on the outside. Preparations are going to cost $24,000. The city is interiors. Are we going to do it on location, or we don't have a soundstage yet? So we're just going to do it on everything on the outside. Why not? Movie theater, we can do this right here. Station on the outside, that's going to be 8 days. We got this right here, and we can also add our cinematographer. The total filming time is the sum of all filming days at each location plus all the Saturdays and Sundays in between. So here's our cinematographer. We got one guy that's a junkie. His drug addiction makes him erratic and hard to control. Not very things. So we have this guy right here, very calm. Very little can disturb his peace of mind. So he's not real happy, but we have a few days with him. So we're going to go ahead and put him as a cinematographer. And on the soundstage, I don't think we have anybody on the soundstage yet. I don't think we even have a soundstage yet. All right, so we can't do anything just yet with that. The filming technology. Well, we only have one choice for that. In the sound technology, we only have one choice for that. We can actually, as the years go by, we can add more as we get our more research and get better things. Here are the extras that we can choose. We can go between $11 and $50. That's going to increase the price. And costumes and props are low because we don't have a lot of that. We have enough crew. That's going to be $100, $65. If we go to plenty, we're going to double that. So we're going to keep it. Not double it, but about a third. So that looks about right there. Go ahead and continue that. We have a producer that we can choose. We only have one guy, so we're going to go ahead and choose him. Director, we have a couple directors. We have one guy that's disciplined. He keeps his commitments. and doesn't step out of line and strictly follows the agreed plan. And then we also have this guy right here who's a perfectionist. That might take a little bit longer for us to do, but yeah, let's go ahead and give Lewis Matthews a shot here. So for the cop, who are we going to play with the cop? We have Peter Harris, who's 35 years old. He looks like he has all the genres. His recent roles, he played a sheriff, he played a cowboy. What did he play here? A sidekick, an evil monster, and a bandit. This guy has played a recent role as a cop. Gabriel Rutkowski, what's his problem? He's chaste. Avoids conversations and activities that he considers indecent or immoral. Now, his stuff is drama, action, and detective work. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and grab him. Lately, I often hear that age is just a number. Even at an 80, a person can feel young, but when people go to the movies, their expectations are more conservative. Everyone wants the heroes believed to be younger, and we want the evil sorcerer to be older. I'm just pointing it out. All right, so we need to get rid of this guy. Never mind, not the 67-year-old. We'll go with the 27-year-old. He is an alcoholic and a misogynist. That's fine. It looks good. Has he played a cop role at least? A cowboy. That's like a cop, right? Played a bandit and a knight. Yeah, we'll go with the 27-year-old. Why not? Naturally, I'd never doubt your competence. I just want to give you a little professional advice. Choose actors who are at least the same level as the script. If the script is good, but the actor is lousy, they'll drag the film down. Well, never mind. Let's choose Peter Harris then. Well, look, that's exactly what the director wanted. Our love interest. We have Jane Fisher. We have Sarah Freed. Sarah Freed is a drug addict. Is he a drug addict too? No, he's just hot-tempered and a leader. We'll put the conceited person next to him. Why not? 27-year-old Jane Fisher. That's my team. I think that's it, right? Oh, no, we got a tribal chief. We got one more person. Ah, the tribal chief. What exactly kind of movie is this? We're going to go ahead and do Gabriel Rutkowski as our deal. So we have all of our stuff done. Our filming technology, our sound technology, our extras, costumes and props, crew, all of that stuff. Once we get our research all done, we'll be able to actually mess around with it. All right, to begin the pre-production process, you'll first need to officially stamp and approve your plans. So all we have to do is just give a confirmation. The pre-production is going to take 30 days. Longest task is going to be prepare location, city, streets. We have 91 days on total filming. That's what we're planning on. Pre-production is going to be $85,000. The total cost of film is going to be $250,000. I think that's good. Can we do a still yet? Yes, we can. Start this project. Cool, and in the meantime, we'll see what the distribution results are for this. We did a profit of $2,408,000. And we're still going strong. We could extend this even more. Let's go ahead and extend it. Shit, why not? We may lose, but I mean, who cares? We all got some of these influence points here. And now it's just going to speed right along. Got our soundstage finally taken care of. Too bad we didn't have this ready. We'll name this a soundstage 1. Nah, we'll just name it. We'll name it Drunk's Best Soundstage. Whatever that means. Now we can add a number of sound stages for this to do everything else. Also, Roy Spencer has returned from his vacation. Hope he seemed pretty happy. His loyalty's up. Is that what they call that, a vacation? Paying people off, gambling, getting your arms almost broke. Cool, so we got a story workshop now. We're going to go ahead and open that up and check this out. And we can actually create now stories for this. This is where we can actually get kind of jiggy. Let's see. We're just going to call City Coppers. That's going to be the name of the movie. It's going to be an action and a detective movie. We might make it a little bit dramatic too, and we can actually adjust this up and down. See? We'll go maybe 40% action, 40% detective, 20% drama. Looks good. We're going to do it in a modern American city. Just stick with that. And now we can add all of our stuff for this. Remember, not every film needs an antagonist. Romantic comedy, for instance, can do without a clearly defined a villain. But we know we're going to need one. So we're going to call the protagonist is going to be a cop. The antagonist will be a criminal mastermind. And we're going to have a supporting character, maybe I don't know. And these cards will extend out more with research and stuff. We're going to do a mentor. There we go. Right there. We can actually add another one on this side as well. Maybe a sidekick. There we go. Themes and events, where it can be avenging loved ones, a bank robbery. So that's what it's going to start with. It maybe we'll do a shootout. Yeah. Let's go ahead and cut that down. I guess you can only do 2 theme events. And we'll do a shootout and a bank robbery. Oh, we can't do that either. Let's do the finale then. The antagonist gets killed. The antagonist gets punished. The antagonist repents. Protagonist does this. Sweethearts stay together. Protagonist dies heroically. That would be kind of a weird one, right? Yeah, we'll do that one. The cop discovers stuff. What is this right here? We could actually do male or female, right? We could. But we're just going to do a male for this. The mentor, we're going to drop that, and I'm going to choose something else for this. Let's see, maybe a sidekick. There we go. We're going to select the screenwriter for this. Felix Hill. He's a 3.7. He's really good with the action genre. So we're going to go ahead and do that for him. He's a gambler. We need to give him a little bit of money so he can gamble it all away, I guess. So he's going to write his script, and as you can see, we have Sand in My Eyes, which has 10 more days left. We're going to be able to see how that ends. And yeah, so this is the game, you guys. It's called American Animal, and like I said, I didn't think I was going to be able to do it justice. It's for this relatively short video. It's really, really super deep. It's probably the deepest, movie type game that I've ever played, and it's well worth the $20 in my opinion. At any rate, if you enjoyed things like this, please give this a thumbs up. You can always subscribe to my channel. I do this, and I also stream. If you are into community and streaming and stuff, you can catch me pretty much daily in the morning, Central Standard Time. At any rate, you guys have a great one, and until next time, ta-ta. I'll see you on the flizz eye. Shizzle. Bye, you guys.